All airports have neighbors who live and work underneath their flight paths and within the immediate vicinity of the airport itself. Though every airport is uniquely situated in their respective communities, every airport has the responsibility to be a good neighbor, and reducing aircraft noise is one of the most significant challenges that airports face. In this video, we'll be looking at how London's Heathrow Airport addresses this enormous challenge through their runway alternation program. Heathrow opened in 1946 when the area around it wasn't very populated. But as Heathrow expanded, so did its neighbors, and not all of them were very happy to have a major airport in their backyards. Heathrow is located about 14 miles west of central London in the London borough of Hillingdon. It is currently Europe's busiest airport and is one of the busiest two-runway airports in the world. Pre-COVID, daily aircraft movements totaled about 1,300, and as of September 2022, that number was at about 1,100. The goal of Heathrow's runway alternation program is to spread the arriving air traffic out over Greater London, giving surrounding communities predictable relief from aircraft noise. This picture shows 2022 arrival traffic patterns from all directions, the 4 holding stacks used to separate that traffic, and the movement from the holding stacks into final approach paths for each runway. Heathrow's two-runway configuration enables the airport to offer a predefined and pre-published traffic pattern freely available to the public online. Because Heathrow's two parallel runways, 09 left/27 right, the northern runway, and 09 right/27 left, the southern runway, run east-west, the communities to the east, Cranford and Hatton, and to the west, Slough, Horton, and Windsor, including Windsor Castle, are the most affected by the noise from arriving and departing aircraft. So how does it work? Runway alternation only happens when the airport is on westerly operations, which is when the winds are from the west and runways 27 right and 27 left are in use. This time lapse is 90 minutes of 27 left departures. From 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day, one runway is in use for departures and the other for arrivals. The runways in use are switched starting at 3 p.m., known as the switchover, continuing until the last scheduled arrival around 11 p.m. Every 2 weeks, the runways in use for departures and arrivals during each half of the day are alternated, giving further predictable relief from aircraft noise. Westerly arrivals hold in stacks over 4 navigational beacons: Bovingdon, Lambourne, Ockham, and Biggin. Aircraft in the stacks maintain a vertical separation of 1,000 feet, with the lowest level of holding aircraft at 7,000 feet. Once ATC directs an aircraft out of the holding stack and onto final approach for landing, they'll join the ILS around 8.5 miles out at a required minimum height of 2,500 feet. ATC will generally direct aircraft to follow a continuous descent approach on final, which keeps them higher for longer and further reduces aircraft noise. Westerly departures follow one of 6 standard instrument departures used at Heathrow, known as noise preferential routes, which provide a natural spread of departing aircraft noise over the areas to the west. Now let's take a look at how ATC choreographs the daily switchover. Around 30 minutes prior to the daily switchover, NATS Tower Control and NATS Heathrow start making phone calls to coordinate the call signs of the last arrival onto 27 left and the first onto 27 right. Rinse and repeat for the last departure from 27 right and the first from 27 left, leaving a gap of 15 nautical miles in between for safety. Heathrow uses this gap in traffic to conduct one of their 4 required daily runway inspections. which are a challenge to fit in when you only have 2 runways. Heathrow strives for transparency, so they publish loads of information online about runway alternation and most other areas of airport operations. You can literally get lost in there for hours. You can also follow @HeathrowNoise on Twitter to get numerous daily updates on the airport's traffic patterns.